And we are live. Yo, come one, come all. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we done, what we is, what we isn't, and what we is here today. Bringing you guys and girls One Piece chapter 1150. The chapter is DOMI REVERSI? Sounds Latin. The name of the chapter is DOMI REVERSI. I apologize for this getting out so late. It's currently 12:40 a.m. on Sunday morning for me, so I do apologize. I can't make too much noise. I don't want to annoy my neighbors and their poor little kid. That being said, I am here even though it is incredibly late for me. I'm sorry that I was away this weekend, but better late than never. And finally, right? We are here for this. I see Burbo, I see Charles, I see Joshan Hothi, I see Devil Fruit, I see all the beautiful people. Good to see you guys and girls. I was having a bit of technical difficulty with TikTok, but it's come all good. If it's a bit laggy for you guys, I do apologize. It says it's working perfectly fine right now. However, I can still see the chat, so even if it's not all good, it'll be fine. Hey Smitty, hey Real. Smitty, whenever you're doing PC streaming, you can't do multi-guest. TikTok doesn't allow multi-guest through PC streaming, and at the moment, this setup is all through the PC. I'm glad I didn't have to ruin my sleep schedule, lol. Yo, Charles, I could have done this about 6 hours ago. I specifically went, do you know what? I'm already late, and I'm always putting everyone out of the way from my sleep schedule, right? So I was like, I'll hold off on it. I'm glad it worked out well that I haven't absolutely punished you for that. Why people go from Usopp not doing anything in Elbaf to now saying Jinbei not doing anything? Man. Welcome to One Piece fans, alright? Agenda Piece is real and it never stops. This is going to be fun. Alright, so let's get into the greatness, alright? My nerd is going off. I want to get into this. Also, this has nothing to do with the stream, but this is just like one of those dumb things that I forgot was right in front of me that you guys might find cool. For my One Piece card game collection, here's a nice steel cage of Roger. Look at that. And that little bit pretty. Alright, so let's get into the name of this chapter. Chapter 1150, DOMI REVERSI. Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 34. Yasui's sword is laid to rest at Enma Shrine in Hakumai. Pilgrimage complete. She was meant to go to Hakumai and then come back home. When they say pilgrimage complete, they're not saying that the cover series is complete, are they? I mean, yeah, Ulti and page 1 being under her, cool. Surely that's not all it is, right? Why are people hating on the Yamato cover story? The pilgrimage there is complete. Yeah, no, like, real. Like, when we say complete, because remember, they showed us a map at first, and they had to go from one side of Wano to the other to drop the sword off, and then from that side of Wano back. We've only made half the trip, right? Unless something runs into something on the way home. Yeah, no. So like, when they say complete, they're not saying the cover story's over, right? I'm gonna have to wait for the viz on this. Because if the cover series is over, I'm actually going to be a little bit disappointed on that. I think Oda left a personal note in the cover story, I believe. Okay. Now, they usually put final in the cover story title. Yeah, no, like, that's what I mean. Burbo. So, like, normally they put the finale for it, but to be fair, bit TCB scan, saying complete instead of final, also is like, you know what I mean? Like, I could definitely see them doing it. Yeah, it should keep going up until Yamato wants to join the crew. Honestly, I think screw Yamato joining the crew. The cover series should end with Blackbeard opening the borders of Wano, but that's just me, right? Man's got to come and take Pluton, and I think that was meant to be what's going to be this cover story. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying, right? Do you know Hugin Munin? You talking from Norse mythology? Yeah, I know of Hugin and Munin. I always butcher their names though. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get into this. Oh my god, I forgot the last chapter ended up with Emu possessing fucking Gunko. How could I forget that? Oh my god. Ooh, I'm gonna be in for a treat here. I can feel it already. What do we have? The children. Thank God they're all right. The adults have arrived. So we got the no name squad. Barguy. My daddy was pushed down into the realm of the dead. What? Yasun fell? That mean lady did it. Watch out. Dad, Mum. Oh, dude. Gunko is about to... Oh. Gunko or Emu is about to murk every man, woman, and freaking child here. I still... Like, my prediction from the last chapter, right? Was still that when... Like, we get one of two things, right? Either we're gonna get an ungodly display of power, and Emu is going to destroy the island and the tree, or because they were trying to get the giants on their side, Emu is just like gonna fucking take over. Those were my two predictions last week. Either way it went, I was leaning on the godly display of power and the arc cutting short, but dude, if we're in uncharted waters, you know what I mean? She's floating. You must have been scared. Let's get away. This is mayhem. Conqueror's Haki knocks out the giants, knocks out the kids. She's in the dead center of the tree. She's in the center of Elbaf. And that bottom left panel, we see the fucking Conqueror's Haki sparks go past the castle, leaving the fucking island. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Ooh. I can't even see the dialogue. How can you not see that image though? I gotta zoom out a little bit. Hold up. My viewpoint's just too zoomed in for this. I gotta see. Oh, going off the castle, yes sir. Oh, dude. I'm 2 pages in and I'm already sweating. Dorian Broggy. Whoa, oi. And we've got the Ayal looking on. Yo, he would be so gutted right now having just given the order to burn the libraries and the books. To anyone that's been watching me for long enough, and specifically to Reaper and Sun God that have been fighting tooth and nail that magic exists in One Piece for almost a year, I hold the right to reserve judgment that this is indeed magic, because I see a pentagram and I see cannonballs getting launched out of it. I reserve the right to refuse magic as a power system until said. If it's fucking stated in this chapter, I swear to God. I hold the right to refuse that magic exists as a natural power system in One Piece and that this isn't a devil fruit. I'm happy to be wrong, but as it stands, this is no different to, say, Basil Hawkins' voodoo and straw doll. It is not necessarily that magic is real. This can be explained via random bullshit devil fruits. As soon as I see a pentagram, all I could think of was Reaper in my comments section, in my Discord, in my DMs. It's fucking magic, man. It's magic. Magic's there. Man's out here like freaking Magic Man from Adventure Time, just like, whee! Love you, Reaper. If you're right, good on you. You stuck to your guns. I'm allowed to be willfully ignorant once in my life. Yo, hey Chris. He's not all there yet. Chill. Oh, okay. So I guess. Oh, no, okay. I get. Someone said spoilers. Okay. I'm not gonna read the chat for the second. Then I'll keep reading. I see a pentagram forming from this trident. Damn. Two cannonballs get launched. We get a jolt. I shan't permit a rebellion. Is this all your dream demons amount to? Killing him or curing him? Okay. Sorry, this is gonna be dumb, and I know you guys want me to get through the chapter. I don't know if his name is Killingham or Quillingham, or if that's a bad translation, because it should be Kiringham, because he's a Kirin. You know what I mean? Kiringham? I don't know. Maybe some. But Nova, Emu in the throne room. I said I wasn't going to read the chat. But Nova, Emu in the throne room was a huge silhouette. Do you think Emu has different forms? To be honest, I think my personal opinion has been for the longest that Emu is going to have multiple abilities. I think a big one was going to be shape-shifting or taking something that already exists and transferring it into something else, plus the ability to give other people abilities. Gungo had the arrow fruit, so this shit here is obviously Im, so the pentagram shit is coming from Im. I'm assuming there might be some more craziness that we fucking see this chapter, but I'm gonna come back to that question about Emu having different forms. The answer to that, I think, is yes. I view Im in One Piece very similar to Aku in Samurai Jack. Maybe that's a bit silly, but... So how did Emu use the arrows against Sabo? Well, you see here, Emu's taken over Gunko, and Gunko's got the arrow ability, sure. But see this tail here? This looks like the same thing that fucking Emu used to stab Sabo. Alright? The tail that Gunko has right now might be what stabbed Cobra and something. Yeah! Burbo! Great minds think alike. We're on the same page on this. Yeah, no, I think that's what was used. It's just, I don't think Emu is limited to just the wings. I think Emu has multiple forms. Like the Umibozu, there's no way that Im doesn't have an Umibozu form. But clearly this is like, you know, Judaic-Christian devil, you know, representation here. So, like, as I've been saying for the longest, the Celestial Dragons have a shit ton of Christian symbology layered on top of them. So, you know, having a devil that sits at the top of the world, and what's the devil's, you know, what was the best thing the devil ever did? Make everyone believe they didn't exist. Fucking Emu. Like this shit is textbook. You got Kumar that represents Jesus. You got, you know, Doflamingo that represents the Antichrist. All this shit, it's fucking clear as day, black and white, right in front of us. There's devil symbology at the bare minimum. Like, you got a trident, a devil's tail, wings, and a wicked attitude with pentagrams. You couldn't draw, sorry, this, again, I should be reading the damn chapter. This is like Oda having to say in an SBS, oh, I wonder who fed Luffy. Whoever it is must have moved at the speed of light. The speed of light, huh? Something you can't see with the naked eye. The speed of light. Like, dude, Oda spoon feeds us some shit so heavily, sometimes that it's painful. Like, sometimes we just don't get it. Emu might be the devil in devil fruit. Okay, hear me out. I've had this theory for a little while, and I haven't actually had the chance to fucking talk about it, but because of the symbology and stuff like that, and because clearly there's some devil representation here, before I get in the chapter and make an ass of myself, I gotta get this theory out, because if it gets disproven in this chapter, shit, I gotta bite the bullet. But, real, Burbo, lads, ladies, Charles, everybody and their mum, right? Ears up for a second. Hear me out on this. The devil fruits... Ready for this? The devil fruits weren't cursed by the sea. The winner writes history and dictates what's right and wrong. We have devils calling themselves gods sitting at the top of the world. So a devil fruit probably isn't a fruit that has a devil in it. A devil fruit, right? Much like the fruit in the Garden of Eden, the fruit of knowledge, right? Are fruits from whatever the representation of God is, meant to combat the devil. They're devil fruits, because the name's been bastardized over time, they're meant to combat these people. The devil fruits are meant to fight these people. It's an inverse symbology, right? The good guys are being portrayed as bad, the bad guys are being portrayed as good. Simple as that. Same with the metaphor with the devil fruits. Simple as that. Sorry, I better bloody get into this. Is I shan't permit rebellion. Is this all your dream demons amount to killing him? Sorry, I'm just so taken in. That fucking bat panel looks sick. Yo, sorry. Gunko/Emu's design there. There's going to be so many ridiculous cosplays of this. I can't wait until this shit's in a video game. I'm going to... if I get, like, Burning Blood 2. If I get Pirate Warriors 5 and I get to play this... not at all, my lord. There are still many nightmare fissures left open. These monsters were born from the nightmares of this island. There are creatures made from dreams with no concept of death. I can revive them at any time. I just need this... Charles Barkley Killingham. I know that's not his full fucking name. Bear with it. Charles Barkley Killingham. Brother. MVP. Right? Man's got 5 championship rings. Doing not God's work. What do you mean you've got nightmares that don't have a concept of death and can't die? Every time this man gets screen time, he blows me the fuck away. And you're under Summers why? I swear if it's because he just holds a higher rank being a Gorosei, like, family member, that is the bullshit. That is the bullshit. This man Killingham out here, right? Tall, skinny, sophisticated as all fucking buggery. Doing reverse cards on everyone. And now you're telling me he's got unkillable? Unalivable nightmares? Sounds like a great name to me. He can pull them from dream fissures in the ground. Summers is on his knees more. That's why he's my favourite God's Knight, visually and power-wise. 100%. 120%. Summers. Shepherd those urchins. Yo. He... Why does Summers look like me after a pub crawl? Man's out on the grass trying to connect with nature. Just oh. At once, my lord. Huh? He's still alive? The one in the sky is a woman from earlier, right? She's barely recognizable. Where are Luffy and the others now? Well, now Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji should be... They're with Hadron and his crew. This is the worst time they could have chosen to go to the realm of the dead. Oh, yo, Brooke, informed as always. What if the only way they can stop those unkillable dreams is them having to take out Killingham. I would be so for real. I got a feeling Killingham is going to be one of those people, which, by the way, he's got the regen. Not going to happen. What if Killingham is a lot like Moria, and they don't stop unless he orders them to stop? So knocking him out isn't even going to undo the nightmares. It's just going to make them invulnerable until he wakes up and gives the order to stop. They've been getting loose on the name calling. They've been letting loose on the name calling. They have to take his life on page. Oof. You ain't wrong. We still need to see full zone transformation. Full zone transformation for who? This might sound silly. I don't think Killingham's in hybrid. I actually think that is his full zone transformation. Because, like, right now he looks like a proper Kirin, right? That's what an actual Kirin looks like. They do have hand, like, they've got clawed hands, but they have hands, right? He's just standing bipedal. I think we haven't seen his human or hybrid form. I think this is just the full zone. Would fishes constitute as dimensional nova? Low-key, Jishan Hothi, not dimensional, conceptual. Because he's pulling these things out of fishes to people's nightmares. These are dimensional portals to thought. On some Phoenix Man and, you know, Saitama bullshit. It looks like a little seahorse. I need to see a giant form. If this is... I need to see a giant form if this is Killingham's hybrid. True. Okay. What are you doing, Robin? I can't just stand here and do nothing. It's unbearable, yo. And Robin is still pieced up in these thorns. That's fair. Bro, Summers, you good? Brother, that shit don't look right. It is imperative that we establish a suitable authority, one capable of striking a proper ransom for those adolescents. Yo, why does Summer's hands look like Orochimaru after the third Hokage did the soul yank and snip on like that Moria type shit? Ugh. And they ain't even colored right. Yo, okay, so even after Gaban was able to hurt him, he can still heal. It's just painfully slow. And it's not on that swirl stuff. It's crackling. Like, that shit looks like it's coming back hurt. But you know people had to make the Gunimo design, or Gunko design would be better with pants. Bro. Jishan. The Gunko design would be better with pants. Do you know what? If that's how you feel, that's perfectly fine, right? It's giving... It's giving... Succubus. This is an emu. This is a vessel of emu. Succubus is a lesser demon. Artistically, it's fucking fine. Also, Nova, I'm figured out everything that's happening and they're playing like really quick as shit. Okay. I'll come back to that. Don't spoil yet. Facts. Do you think there is a way to permanently keep them damaged with whatever Gaban used? Low-key, it may be whatever Gaban used brings them back slow, and then you got to put down Emu to put them down for good. Who knows? Genuinely, who knows? It's just as you say, my lord. What do you do with the country that has no king? Damn you, Gaban. That was painful. Yeah, but he's still healing. Like, damn. Blue Ogre Dory. Red Ogre Broggy. I command thee to claim dominion of this island. Henceforth, ye shall reign as the kings of Elbaf. Broggy, it is not a good sign that you're the first person in the series, even if it's a vessel that's being possessed, it is not a good sign that you are the first fucking person to put hands on Emu. If I scroll down and you get fucked up here, part of my heart will break. I'm going to have to be messaging Eggs for Brekkie. And I'm gonna have to be telling him with a broken heart that one of his favorite characters in the story is getting murked. Because I tell you, right? I freaking tell you. It is a red flag waving in the sky, or a death flag. I command thee to take dominion of this island. Henceforth ye shall reign as the kings of Elbaf. You're one of those god knights, huh? Hey you. All this is your fault. Grabs and crushes Gunko. There's a text box there that doesn't have any dialogue in it. On Gunko's left wing. There's missing dialogue here. Does anyone know what this missing dialogue is? Anyone? No? Okay. Dory and the rest of you guys, run up ahead. You got it, Captain. Be careful, Broggy. I'm taking those kids back. How many of you are there? Is that a fucking grimoire? Or a necrocon? If that's a grimoire? Or a Necronomicon? Or a Bible of the Devil? It's getting really fucking hard to fight the magic allegations. I think I'm on a sinking ship here. I think I'm Usopp refusing to get off the Merry. At this point in time, I fucking hope. I hope they don't call it magic in this chapter. I hope they don't call it a devil fruit in this chapter. And I hope, just to spite all of you smart asses that have been banking on magic, that this gets revealed to be a devil fruit. It's not going to, and this is going to look so bad in retrospect, and I'm going to be going down with this shit. Look, I got it. I'm wrong here. I'm wrong. There's fucking magic. Look at this shit. But if the winds of fortune shift the tide of this scale, and this gets revealed to be fully devil fruit related or somehow ridiculously advanced science related, I am going to be the smuggest asshole with no justification. Mark my words, my friends. Mark my words. I'm wrong. But I will fight this on stupidity. Here comes a black photo. Oh, yeah, no, dude. Jashan Hothy, right? Lince the other day being like, oh, when should I get into One Piece? Gonna be hilarious that he gets it. If he ever gets into One Piece, it's gonna be hilarious that it's after a grimoire shows up. Here comes a Black Clover fans. Oda copied. It might be time to become a Believe a New World. Look. Right now, I choose to be like Vegapunk. Vegapunk has not acknowledged the existence of Haki in the story once. That's me right now. Right? Vegapunk's surrounded by two of the best Haki users in the fucking world. has never acknowledged his existence once. That's me right now with magic, alright? I'm sorry. My fault is that I'm Vegapunk. Is that not magic? Or I'm tripping? No, dude, it looks like magic. Like, straight up. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's probably a dog. Get it? No, but remember the first villain in a version of Romance Dawn, the Magician? Ugh. The concept of magic exists. What am I doing? I'm just digging a hole here, right? At this point in time, like, I'm wrong. I'm just wrong. I'm gonna wear it. I'm aware that I'm wrong until I'm proven right by luck and luck alone. I just gotta read at this point in time. I'm gonna have an inbox after. I hate to tell you, dude. Yo, Devil Fruit, thanks for the roses. Yo, real. I guarantee you, when I look at my phone in the morning, there's gonna be like 40 DMs going, "Ha, told you." And do you know what the best part is? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if in like 2-3 weeks it comes back and this is a devil fruit, oh, you best believe. No magic. Oh, thanks, devil fruit. Dory and the rest of you guys go up ahead. You got a captain. Be careful, Broggy. I'm taking those kids back. How many of you are there? Listen, Broggy. Go and meet with Mount Beard Jarl. You shall take his head and raise it up high, bro. Hand pops the pentagram black book. Fucking fire spewing around it and starts spewing from the pages, right? Like this is Oda's notebook of this arc himself. Then proclaim to the people of this island, we are the kings of Elbaf. Okay, I wasn't meant to say that. That's crazy talk. This is our homeland. Dude, I can't even pretend like I don't see what I just saw. This is crazy talk. This is our homeland. You don't call the shots here. A shotgun fucking spawns with a dagger from the book. A black shotgun, mind you. Is this one of the 12 supreme grade blades? Is this a black blade? Is this the strongest gunslinger in the world? Blade comes flying down, stabs Broggy in the hand. Shotgun. It would be inevitable or intolerable to leave this matter unsettled. Point blank, blammo. Broggy's left hand gone. Dunskies. Ain't no tendon, ain't no bone, ain't no connection. We talking on some Buggy the Clown separation. Your side, my side. Your side, my side. Separate. Now accept my godly power. Okay, why can I just see it now? The 13,000 edits when this is animated of... once I say this, you guys aren't going to be able to unhear it, right? AMVs of this scene, right? I'm an angel with a shotgun. Anyone remember that song? There used to be a shit ton of AMVs of it. Angel with a shotgun is going to be straight up all anyone hears for a month when this is animated. No, but we also got to think about the kidnapping. The children was Shamrock's plan. Emu put that together quick. Emu dealing with dark forces that far surpass black magic is more demonic. Yo, yeah, devil fruit. I'm an angel with a shotgun. Yo, dude, it's gonna be everywhere. You know it. You can feel it in your bones. Oh my god, his head. Oh my god, it even... Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Is this canonically the most damage ever displayed done with a firearm in One Piece? Huh. That's impressive. It was already impressive, but that's actually really impressive. The captain's arm? What, Chief? It can't be. The chief is tough as nails. I won't forgive that woman. Thou shalt cast aside thy lifespan for a... Are we about to get a fucking giant holy knight? I saw that dialogue. Thou shalt cast away thy lifespan for a body unyielding to death. If this man Broggy gets that fucking healing factor and gets turned into a god knight here, an unkillable giant with Ikuku sovereignty or fucking Hakoku sovereignty. Under Mu's dominion, thou shalt be granted unprecedented strength. No longer shalt thou be bound by reason nor common sense. Becoming a demon is truly the pinnacle of existence. A sorry demonic contract. What is that word? Hold up. No. I'm Googling a definition here. What the fuck does that mean? Is that C or a G? C O E U R L. This is going to be my word for the day here. If I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot. A fictional feline-like creature with long forelimbs and tentacles. Oh! A surreal. I've never actually seen surreal, like the word written out before. I know the mythical creature. I've never actually seen it before. A surreal demonic contract. Is this a play on a Faustian deal? Like wordplay? No, but this is without consent or bypassing her. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Bypassing consent is wild. Technically a sacrificial ritual. A flirkin? Yes. Real. Emu doing alchemy. It reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. You're 100%. A surreal demonic contract. A demon. What's this thing trying to do now? Did a man just get dragged down to fucking hell? Twa, I'm sinking. DOMI REVERSI. Kanji read as Black Dominion Revision. So she just says, like she's fucking Trafalgar Law? Look at the flip of that wrist. Whoa. The pentagram becomes solid. Flips. Goes upside down. He's falling upside down into hell. Crawls... Black Blade! His arm's back! Oh... Ooh, this is about to get a lot worse than I thought. The whole abyss just flipped, bypassing the ground, all logic and common sense. No incantations, just straight command. Ooh. His teeth is grown. It looks like his free will is gone. His eyes are burning. Huh? Has he gotten taller? Oh, he really turned into a demon. He's even bigger now. What happened to you, Captain Broggy? Broggy's got horns, fangs, wings, a black blade axe, and his hand is now back, spiritually connected to his body. If this thing fucking heals as well. No, wait, I can already see down below. It's not even healing, it's just phantoming. Emu just did matter manipulation. So ancient giant's blood or demonic giant's blood? Black blade or demonic blade? Did Emu just give Broggy better haki? Look up the cover for chapter 633 when you're done. Oh, 633. 633 is going to be the 500 million Berry Man arc around the world. Chapter 666. Hold up. What chapter number did you say? 633. 666 is Bon Clay, and that's near the end. Oh, wait. The cover page for 633, is that going to be the Dorian Broggy cover page? Was it ever Ancient Giants or was it Demonic? Oh. Ooh. Oz's family. Ooh. 110%. This is the... Oh. If you have Sarwan Wolf. If Broggy just got bigger. If you have Sarwan Wolf with the Deca fruit, the giant fruit, and you made him a demon too, is that how you get Onigashima? The chapter for Dorian Broggy title. Oh, okay. Trust me, once you're done with this chapter, it's amazing. Could be a mixture of both. Right, they call it ancient, but it was simply this spell. Customs, I don't know if this is a spell specifically. He would be a country. His face is scary. Give back the chief. Chief Broggy would never turn on his comrades. With a limb that's not even connected to his body. Backswings. 3 fully grown fucking giants. Team Rocket style. Gah, bah, 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 bah. I feel like I can do anything. This is exhilarating. Ah, he took out boss. 32. Oh, he fucked up. Yeah. Let's go kill Jarl. Come on, ye bastards. Hold on, what are you saying? Chief Dory, you can't take something like that back. We've got to stop these two. What are you talking about? What about rescuing the kids? Chiefs, huh? You guys... Oh, all of them in between Dory and Broggy just get flipped and turn into demons too. Is it because they were standing between those two? Does it work if you're in between any two demons? It creates a pathway to make you get turned into one. Is it because they were standing between these two? Maybe in any case, we gotta go. Yo, that's the end of the chapter. What the They're bigger than Loki. Oh, hold up. Look at Dory's sword got turned into a trident, but the middle trident is still a sword. Oh, when they do the Hakoko sovereignty like this, it's gonna be bigger than Kaido and Big Mom's. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. I'm making some more as well. The dreams also have been buffed by Emu. Oh yeah, you can see it in their eyes. Right, spiritual. That's my current theory, and the soul that inhabits a sword is the reason behind the ringed eyes. Yeah, Arm and Haki's spiritual energy, Conquerors is willpower. Both are directed to the soul. Bro, I got chills. This is the true power of Elbaf. It is not without merit. Prepare for battle. This nation shall not be laid to waste. It is to be ruled. Let us bear witness to how they serve in the crucible of war. Lord Jarl, you have to run away. Chief Dory and Broggy are acting strange. Run away. Warriors do not know the meaning of the word run. And in between all of these giants and the giant creatures behind them, has anyone noticed that the entire tree is on fire with flames over the top of all of these fucking giants that are bigger than Loki? Emu has this many feats with not even being that. If they infect Jarl, oh my god. Honestly, I don't think they're going to touch the Jarl. I think the Jarl is going to pass away here. He's going to go down with the ship. If anything, Luffy and Loki. Loki comes back fighting full strength, full power, all out, his devil fruit revealed. And Luffy in Gear 5 giant form. And even then, we're going to get like the new version of the Hakoku sovereignty. Low key, they're going to put a hole in the Atom Tree. I think we may have to forsake an Elbaf. I hate to say, I think we may have to dip on Elbaf. Have you guys seen the theory that Loki potentially fought 100 giants, including the king, like this? I don't think Loki would have been like. Oh wait, possibly. All size and immortal and Shanks still locked him up. Nova, y'all about to step up. Not a theory, as a kitty did it. I hope it gets confirmed. It would be awesome. But Nova, what does Emu mean by true power? Was that Elbaf's false power before? Then what if Emu could just use DOMI REVERSI on a dead person? His backstory kind of like that in the story, and that's why he chained up. This is the true power of Elbaf. Why did Elbaf Okay, obviously they're supposed to be the strongest race in the world. If you got oars and oars got turned into one of these, that's how you get a continent puller, Loki. My Loki isn't a villain, canon fits, and they say Naruto beating One Piece. I'm so happy. Elbaf has ties to Ragnarok. Hope he joins the crew and Luffy likes him and has an amazing judge of. Okay, wait. On some dumb agendas here. On some stupidly funny dumb agendas here. Imagine Loki Luffy going up fighting. All of this shit is happening. They're fighting all these people. This is fucking amazing. Whatever happens, this arc happens. Say the Yamato cover series ends and the next cover series starts. How fucking funny. How unabashedly hilarious would it be if the next cover series is Eustace Kid waking up on Elbaf and his cover story is him and his crew seeing all of this and not helping? They're just watching this shit just like, oh damn! Anyway, let's try and leave. Too far? Too much kid slander? Oh, character, just look at his crew. How come Imu wasn't just doing this to everyone, but he never moved? Like, this power is just crazy. Honestly, this is probably what happened to the first 20 kingdoms to take down Joy Boy. If you got 20 people like this from different kingdoms with different abilities as well, like, how do you think Sun God got taken out the first time? Thankfully that's a big deal because Kid doesn't know Emu. Rock Sparks. Does this mean that the Gorosei might be Devil's base because of Emu? Yo, 100%. 100%. He doesn't know anything of the past of the world government. It would open Kid's eyes. Joy Boy upscale. Definitely some Joy Boy upscale. But remember, Joy Boy couldn't beat the original 20 kingdoms. So those OG 20 Celestial Dragons kicked Joy Boy's ass. That's the thing we've got to think about. Ben Beckman and Yasop upscale? Nah. Low key, I hate to say, I just think their sharpshooter skills aren't going to be as good as Gunko Emu? What are we calling it? Because I don't think it's right to just say it's Emu, because I don't think this is Emu's actual abilities. But I don't think calling it just Gunko fits either. What's the hybrid name here? Muko? Imuko? Yeah, I think Muko. I think Muko works. I definitely think Muko works there. You just said it was Gunku. Hey, freezing. Joyboy definitely did his thing. All the Gorosei members have scars, and Emu was shaking from his haki. Wondering how he can reverse the effects, or is this the end of the Giants duo? I think there's going to be a way to undo a devil's contract. And it's probably going to have something to do with purifying them or blessing them. This is one hell of a turn. You're telling me. The Giants have free will as well. Go to the title. Oh, okay, 633. Hold up. 633, we said. And is this going to be the chapter of Dorian Broggy from the 500 Million Berry Man arc from memory? 633. Oh, you said look at the title, didn't you? Oh, I'm on page 16. Oh, that's foul. Friend or foe? Really? That's foul. That's foul. That's foul. You foul for that. I think Emu pulls the darkness in your heart and reverses it into the world. I think Luffy becomes the antidote. He liberates them with the drum beat. We got to have a lot of uncomfortable discussions, Nova, about Emu soloing a lot of... Emu hasn't even done anything directly yet. But I understand what you mean. That's foul. I think his Gear 5 transformation will disrupt it. Yeah, it's the chapter cover of 673. And if you look at the chapter with Mr. 3 describing the giants, they're in flames, huge, shadowy. And remember Luffy's conversation on the ship saying, even if you were my enemies. Oh, the party. Yeah, okay. Similar to the current situation of my life. It's got to be me. Also, remember Top Musica taking over Uta like Emu with Gungo. True, Oda does let a lot of the plots of movies just be a testing ground for different plots he uses in the story. Like, Kizaru and Zephyr is just Garp and Aokiji. Low-key, a little bit Gil Tesoro is a douchey version of Kuma. Douglas Bullet is just the cheap man's Kaido. And Top Musica being cheap man's Demon or Emu. Can I officially say Emu is a planetary threat? Civilization-wise? Yeah, civvy-wise. Definitely civvy-wise. For the people saying Gear 5 will disrupt it, well, why didn't it affect the Gorosei contracts? I disagree about Emu not doing anything. You saw Emu's gun delete part of... Yeah, okay, no, fucking fair point. I forgot about the angel with a shotgun. This is, like I said, this is unironically the best gunslinging feat in One Piece so far. Not in range, but in AP. We've never seen anyone with a point and click get close to these levels low-key. That is foul. It's over for them. He said something like Top Musica exists in canon. Ooh, I'll have to double check that. Shiki was mentioned as the only man to break out of Impel Down before Luffy made it 200 plus. Nova, on the pentagram in the magic circle, it said Aristita. Which pentagram? The one... Hold on, let me zoom in on this. Zoom and enhance. Which pentagram? The one on Im's hand or the one on the ground? Oh, there it is. Eris Dita. Eris Dita. Tartarus. Ooh, hold up. Also kind of sounds like aristocrat. Oh, wait. It could be a play on the word hereditar, right? Being the Roman word for hereditary or to pass on. A demonic contract. So, like, passing on powers. Hereditar. Tartarus. Tartarus is hell. Tardirus. I get that. So it could be a play on so many things. Tartarus, Hereditar, and what's this? Eris. Search up Eris. Eris can refer to either the Greek goddess or a dwarf planet in our solar system. In Greek mythology, Eris, known as Discordia, embodies strife, discord, contentation, and rivalry. Daemona of the strife of war, haunting the battlefield and delighting in human bloodshed. That does sound a lot. Why does this work on so many fucking levels? Urda, bro, you need to chill with the level 5 deep dives in Tism. Like, low key, my brain ain't functioning this well at 2 a.m. in the morning. It could honestly be all of these things mixed together. Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. Who is Eris in One Piece? I don't remember. To be honest, I don't see how Luffy, Zoro, Robin, Chopper, and Sanji can clutch this with Luffy's current understanding of his power and its limit. They're not clutching. Someone's gonna have to tell him he can do more than just rubber. Gavan and Loki are injured, so potentially we might see Shanks or Dragon and get that meeting between Oda got the Tism. Oda wasn't just touched by it, he was fucking cradled by it. Alright? With love and content. Father and son. Sorry. I'm just looking at a bit more of Eris here. I need to do a deep dive on Eris, because I'm not gonna lie. Zeus and Hera have links to Eris as well. Which, the links to Zeus and Hera and Big Mom and Elbaf and this shit happening on Elbaf, there are some fucking connections to be made here. She's the friend and sister of Ares, the god of war, and with him she delights in the tumult of war. That just makes me feel like Emu is Joy Boy's sibling. Increasing in the moaning of men. After all the gods have withdrawn from the battleship field, she still remains, rejoicing in the havoc that has been made. She was a daughter of night. And the poet describes her as the mother of a variety of allegorical beings, which can cause a representative which are the representatives of man's misfortune. She also threw a golden apple into the assembly of gods, and then caused so much suffering and war by having them fight over the apple. Which I do know that part of it, because I actually, in hindsight, am thinking a lot about fucking Eris from Billy and Mandy. How did I forget Eris from Billy and Mandy? Low-key, actually. I probably know this character better from Billy and Mandy than I do mythology. Oh, all the memories just came flooding back as soon as I read Eris Golden Apple. Bada bing, bada boom. It all just flooded back in. Oh, that's actually so dumb that that's how I remember her. Oh, shit. I've missed some comments. Hold up. But what's weird is it was spelled with a D. Not gonna lie, Emu has a method, bro. Why hasn't she just turned the powerhouses of the series into slaves? I find it cool how we're only got a glimpse of Emu power and there's still so much we've yet to see. Makes sense. Other Holy Knights, full-powered admirals, Mihor going all out, and the man covered in flames. Over the goat. We see brothers beefing all the time. Since magic is confirmed, we know Blackbeard has magic. Hey. Still could be a devil fruit. It's probably not. But at no point in time in this chapter did they say, we are using magic. What they said was, demonic contract. This technically could all be devil fruit related. Very similar to Gecko Moria and Hawkins. Alright? I know I'm wrong, but until the words, this is magic, is said by Emu or a God Knight or a a valuable member of this story, until they say it, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a pitbull. Yeah, Eris from Billy and Mandy. Yo, dude. I gotta rewatch Billy and Mandy. I fucking love that show. Hot take. I think Law is gonna be a wild card in the final war in the chapter going over the final. GMTO. I have Law doing the immortality surgery in reverse and taking Emu's immortality away, low-key. I think Law's... I think the Chekhov's gun of the immortality surgery isn't to give it to someone, it's to take it away. Aku... all of them. Wait. Shit, that just glitched out for a second then. Alright, where are we? He honestly knows too much shit that connects him to be a coincidence. I think it was intentional. Beppo called Law's name after, and Oda chose not to see him and a D member with the motivation to get stronger. Are the Straw Hats going to get magic? If it is magic? If this is magic, all I'm going to say is there's black magic and white magic, typically. It depends on the viewpoints they're going to go. Is magic an evil demonic force outright in the world, if it does exist? Or is there going to be positive and negatives? You know what I mean? Stop the cope, it's magic. Okay, real. People were screaming it was voodoo too with Hawkins. What did it end up being? A straw fruit. Alright? I think we gotta temper expectations just a smidge. I could see another alliance coming up with Law, potentially Kid, and the Straw Hats again. True. Domi Reversi in Latin means returning home, and Emu said demons are the pinnacle of existence. Did you notice that Emu's gun has a similar pattern to Mihawk's design? Also, no, I didn't. Hold up. Nah. It's not similar to Mihawk's design. It is a pattern design, but that's a typical Flintlock sort of thing. She did say ungodly power. Now accept my ungodly power. Ungodly could mean a lot of things. I think Nami might get magic. Ooh. I think Nami might get magic. We've seen magic in One Piece before, like Mr. 3 Painter. I forgot it. So, the thing about Miss Golden Week, that's not magic, it's color theory. Name her powers were confirmed not to be Devil Fruit yet. Nah, man, you're coping like Vista fans. Look, real, when they say the word magic by a reliable source, I'm dead to rights. It's magic. And like I said, I'm probably wrong. But until that fucking time has fucking come, y'all are counting your fucking eggs before they hatch. Alright? Oda has bait and switched so many damn things in this series, right? Remember when time travel was revealed in One Piece? Oh, One Piece is ruined. Time travel doesn't make sense. The story sucks. It's ruined. What happened? We got more information. And it wasn't reverse time travel. It was only linear forward time travel. Alright? You say it's cope now? In 3 weeks' time? It's reasonable. Not even disingenuous. The Straw Hat's fruit... the straw fruit is a valid point. I'm still questioning if it's magic. Yeah. Look, dude, it probably is magic, but, like... Shit, like... There are other potential explanations. Also, Nami does look a lot like royalty, and it might not be a coincidence as we don't know her biological parents. But it pretty much looks like it. Dude, it doesn't just look like it. Dude, you've got a devil tail, wings, a trident, a fucking book with a pentagram on it, and shit coming out of the book, and you're making ungodly contracts with people. It doesn't just look like magic. It wants you to believe it is magic so hard, which is the exact reason why the fact that they didn't call it that. All I'm doing is sitting here going, I've been caught before. Reading Oda for long enough, right? Like, I've been caught before. How do you feel about those people seeing this and saying the Straw Hats need Haki? I think a lot of Straw Hats are probably going to awaken a Devil Fruit before they get Haki, but low-key, seeing this shit? Bro. The Straw Hats need Haki, the Grand Fleets need Haki, we need some of the ancient weapons. Like, I've never been rooting for Blackbeard so much in my life, because if he can touch these people and undo the contract, because his darkness pulls out, like, the devil contract from the person and frees them, and then Blackbeard ends up becoming, like, you know how Kuma's got the Hands of Liberation, and Luffy's, you know, the sun god, the liberator, right? If Blackbeard ends up being the person that frees the fucking demons, because anyone he touches gets freed from the contract, get ready for a fucking inverse. Magic fruit. Do you know what? It could be a magic fruit as well. That is, you're not wrong. Immune power is alchemy or magic or worse due to sacrifices. I see what you're saying. This does feel like bait. Look, it's meant to be clearly representative and implied to be magic. Especially occultish in nature. This could be like a devil zone. Right? This could be fucking God fruit model Satanus. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways this shit could get explained. This could, like, this might sound so dumb because we already got the book fruit with Mondor, but this could be like the book fruit model, and yeah, Parameci getting a model wild. book fruit model fucking Necronomicon and shit. Like, that's some dumb shit they could do. A lot of Hawkins was tarot magic, though. You could tie it to his fruit if he chose to use it that way. Nah, real. Hawkins, all of Hawkins' tarot cards was observation haki. All of his straw doll rituals and, like, the unholy way to bypass damage and pass it on to other people, that was devil fruit related. It's just the haki and devil fruit combined to make him look like a voodoo man. It's weird that when Kuma sent Brook to the island, he landed exactly on the summoning ritual. Because I don't think Haki affects this, because Emu was just bypassing Haki. To be fair, it could be possible that you've got to have your Haki guard up. Like, you know that technique that Law learned and that the Yonkos have? Unless you have it, like, actively on, it may not, protect you here, and you may not be able to undo it after the fact. Because once a contract's made, you can't sign, you're going to get lawyers involved if you try to break contract. Nice idea. Do you think one of the Straw Hats will get hit with DOMI REVERSI? If Usopp gets DOMI REVERSI'd, I actually may be happy. I'm not gonna lie. If just Usopp, none of the other Straw Hats. Actually, no, I take that back. Usopp and or Brook. If Usopp and or Brook get hit with DOMI REVERSI, I'd actually be a little bit ecstatic. Do you think the Gorosei also are different personalities like the giant duo, or do they have different contracts? Probably both. Slightly different contracts. Because, like, see how Broggy's arm is phantoming without being connected, but he's not healing? That's probably the difference in the contracts type. Because, what was the contract he got hit with? It was under this. It was the, Curial demonic contract, right? So, like, the cat contract. Like, the mythical cat contract, right? Low-key, different contracts may have different effects. He doesn't get the healing factor, but he gets a buff. Whereas a Gorosei may have, like, the whole shebang. Nova, did you think Robin's demonic flow is connected to Emu? I didn't, but I could see possibilities. And that's interesting. I don't think Straw Hats need Haki, but I think the Straw Hats will get some form of Haki. Still think they will get Conqueror's Haki even if they don't get Conk Coding. That's fair. And Emu has Haki just waiting for the future. Josh and Hothi, fuck Future Sight? Give this man the killing of observation. Give him observation killing. Give him voice disruption. What is DOMI REVERSI? So freezing, they said before that DOMI REVERSI... Actually, I'll scroll up. Where was it? Someone actually translated it from... it was Latin. DOMI REVERSI in Latin means returning home. Robin gets hit with DOMI REVERSI. She might awaken. Oh, the demon thing. I don't think you can heal from that gunshot, not gonna lie. I mean, people didn't think that Summers could heal from his body getting janked up by Gaban. And you scroll up to the beginning of the chapter, and although his hand is still munted, it's mostly reformed. And he's back together after getting chopped in half. So, it's not that it probably doesn't heal. It just, like, if you've got the healing factor, it just might take longer. Because what? We get the crackle there of the slow healing. What about this man in demon form? You don't get crackle, but you get the grrrg sound effect that hasn't been translated to English. That's what those backwards C's with the double apostrophes are. The grrrg sound effect is typically used for Haki, which is interesting. Definitely doesn't look like it's healing though. Like as you go through the chapter, it's still chopped off, and he swaps hands to his main hand, and now he's got a shield on the hand that's been chopped. Emu got Haki Shoddy and popping people like how Ricky got done in, but worse. Do you think it's going to be one of those Elbaf is a people, not a place? I can see that. Like, yeah, I can see that. Dominion Revision is the return to the right of the original owner. This situation is bad. Yo, dude, this situation is it went from bad to worse. I think Emu going back to Holy Land next chapter because it's no break. I think we lose Elbaf and flee from Elbaf before Emu bails. Or the Giants are left like this with the rest of the God Knights because the tides shifted a little to take out the Straw Hats, and Emu's supposed to still be in control of Gunko, but the control gets stopped momentarily because Dragon pulls up in Marijois. That's too hopeful though, isn't it? That's asking for too much. Set Loki free! Because Holy Land is up in flames. Yeah, dude. This is a damn good chapter. It was short though. Yo, it felt so much longer. Like, low-key, going back, it's a short chapter. A few double-page spreads. Like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This was only a 14-page chapter. Yo, you drop a banger like this? And it's on a scrub week? A 14-page chapter? And I've been going for an hour and a half? That would be fire. And they say, where is the tension? But Gunko's joining the Straw Hats? Maybe not. Loki gets set free, and the charismatic King of Magnetism kid comes up riding on his shoulders, doing punk Kamehameha. Yo. Dumb question. Can anyone find... it doesn't have to be in this live. Can anyone find if they think that this last double-page spread is potentially a reference to any metal band album covers? I'm trying to see something real quick. Any metal band's album covers. If anyone can find an album cover that even remotely resembles this, send it to me or make a video of it either in the Discord or on TikTok, whatever. All right, I'm curious about something. Y'all gonna pull that sword out of his head to fight. If he pulls that sword out, he done and dusted. Yeah. With the giants in like a demonic sort of form, or like just demons, and the nightmares behind them. Actually, I'm gonna have a. Whoa. Nah. theorist. Sorry, I'm theorizing a little bit here. Did you notice how Dorian Broggy became around 3 to 4 times taller? I haven't been here the whole time. Yeah, dude. They not 3 to 4 times taller. Like, dude, these guys are bigger than Loki now. These some big fellas. These giants right now are about as big as the Nightmares are. The Nightmares, if you notice, have also now got the teeth and the eyes, so the Nightmares have like doubled in height as well. The real question, freezing. Did you notice in this last double page spread where you got all the giants and all the Nightmares, that in between the giants and the Nightmares, that the entire tree's on fire? That the entirety of the Atom Tree is fucking going up in flame? Yo, hey, Boundless. Next chapter gonna go crazy because magazine preview was saying Emu versus Gear 5 Luffy. No. They wouldn't spoil that in a preview, would they? Take it with a grain of salt, probably just to hype up the next chapter. The chapter is almost 100% reaffirming my idea of Emu's power isn't a devil fruit power. Interesting. No, I didn't notice. What the fuck? Magic fruit. I gotta reread this chapter. It was crazy. Yo, dude. Okay. It's like 2 a.m. here. I gotta wrap this stream up soon. Get a, 4 or 5 hour nanny nap in. Come back. I'm gonna be on live all day today / tomorrow. Today. Talking about this chapter. But it's like 2 in the morning and I do need to get some sleep. But low key, I'm a power nap. Spin the block. We gotta have I gotta process this, and I'm gonna be on this chapter for days. We need Luffy. Look at the Slayer album. Ooh. Okay, Thor. Okay. I like it. Not necessarily what I think, but I like it. I'm trying to see if maybe there's a metal album that this is imitating that's going to be a reference for if Kid comes back. It's a reach, but maybe. So we're gonna cut the thorns. We already had the confirmation of magic in the story. Then on top of that, she does that ritual to change Dorian Broggy. So, okay, forever. It is very plausible that this is magic and a new power system. I'm still holding the pessimistic view that it may be from some type of devil fruit that allows the same things as magic, if that makes sense. That would be more of inspiration than reference. Yeah, I get you, Thor. I get you. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, Karen, I missed your other messages. Great chapter. Glad to see we were spot on with the contract since the Gorosei got kicked out. And the crowd was wondering, where is Usopp? Wait. Do we even see the... Wait, we only see the Straw Hats at the beginning, right? Usopp's there. Usopp's between Nami and Brook. Okay? Will you clarify? Okay. You can clarify. I think there is a reasonable likelihood that there is magic. I'm just being skeptical at the moment because I've been hit so many times in One Piece with there's this new thing, and then it looks really on the face like, oh my god, this is this whole new thing. And then it just turns out to be devil fruit that Oda didn't name. And then, we get an SBS or something that's just yeah, no, this was all devil fruit related, and you're just you little shit. You know what I mean? But okay. Ooh. Is anyone feeling like right now it feels silly that Brooks tied up instead of him leaving his body with his soul and trying to do something. Or the devil. Yeah, I get the devil symbology for sure. Low key, the double barrels that come out and blast the first group are like a light barrel. The one she pulls out on Broggy is a dark barrel. I'm getting some serious Aku vibes. That's all I'm saying. The Samurai Jack inspiration feels clear. Although being able to form a pentagram anywhere and flip it and turn someone giant and evil. And they've all got their mouth, like, all the teeth are like Onis. Next week is going to go off. Like I said, I can't wait to see them do a Hokoku sovereignty in this powered up state. Genuinely think they're going to surpass Kaido and Big Mom's team up attack at this point. If these are devils, what do you reckon the likelihood is that the inversion's going to be that the Lunarians were angels? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this live up here. I'm going to have a nap. I'll be back in a bit. See you all in a little bit. Love yous all. Thank you all for coming through. Couldn't do this shit without you. This is a damn good chapter. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I don't give a flying F. This was fun. Catch yous all later. Have a damn good night. Goodbye.